You're going to be working the right way around using the mirror and obviously standing in front of the client to judge what you're going to be doing, okay? I don't want you to touch the moustache today, okay? I'm going to literally work around here. It's not going to be possible for you to cut in a neckline on these because it's already dead set where the hair's growing, well, comes through anyway. So we're going to use a scissor over comb technique and we're literally going to work on this area here. And remembering from that diagram which direction the hair grows here. Can anyone remember?
Every different way.
On the outside, more
out here. Okay, so the hair direction is coming through here. So you're going to start by coming in through here. Okay? Remembering what I said about how this is not what hair would look like on someone's face.
So you wouldn't do this?
I would do this,
but, I mean,
but it wouldn't be of this texture.
Yeah.
The texture of the hair would be completely different.
Why did they put it like that?
I dare say they probably can't get it into that texture, which is quite coarse and quite curly. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start by coming in with a small amount of hair and making our guide. You should still have a guide. I'm going to leave this reasonably long because I want enough hair for you to be able to do a clipper with attachment style as well. So we're going to come in and I'm going to take a small amount of hair off.
A small amount?
Yeah.
Well, considering we're not taking it that short, are we? Really?
Yeah, no.
Okay? So you can see in there now that we've got our guide. Okay? I'm still going to carry on coming in the direction that the hair's growing. Bringing the hair out. And taking this off. You could do this with clippers. Today I've decided to do it with scissor and comb just to show you a different technique, and because you're taking a lot of hair off. It's quite easy to, when you're taking a lot of hair off, to take clumps out when you're using clippers, okay? So I'm just going to work through this.
Probably be easier with clippers though, wouldn't it?
Bit of both, you could use both.
So I think
Okay.
that the lead that kind of speed.
So we can cut, coming in here, making sure it's nice and straight. Or we can come in after, you can see where we've got slightly heavier areas, and just point cut as well. Just to take any weight away if we wanted to.
You can, like, you know, it's like from skin to like a big tuft.
We'll do that when we do our skin fade. Yeah.
You're leaving it on there? Yeah.
I'm going to leave that there. I just want you to concentrate on the beard now, okay? Think about this as two separate parts, because when we do our skin fade, we're going to learn how to fade this in and to taper it in.
You can't do that on these though, can you? You can.
Well, we're going to do it on this part here. You won't be able to see it as much through the back here, okay? And you're just going to work your way around, remembering how that hair grows. You've got a guide there to follow. It's just as important to follow that guide as it is to follow in a guide in a haircut to get an even, balanced look.
It does look more like a beard.
Yeah, it does. Already.
So what we're going to start doing is just at the bottom here. You can see where you've got that weight line. I'm just going to come in and point cut into that. Same as any of your haircuts, you can point cut into it to reduce any weight and texturise it a little bit. Okay? Especially on here, you're realising that it's actually not the texture that it would be. Okay? So you're just going to start to work your way around. Remember, we're not touching the moustache at the moment. So what I'm going to get you to do is just clip that out of the way while you're working on one side, then work towards the other.
We're not doing that today.
We're not doing the moustache today, no. I hate the moustache on there.
Yeah, I was going to remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to cut the most.
And you're just going to work your way around. So now you can see that I've started gaining this shape around here. You can see that I've got this quite long bit, and you've got that little sort of line in there. I'm just going to point cut that to take that away.
So you do some of it by eye, like,
Yeah, some of it's freehand.
like some of it is on what you, like if you think it doesn't look right, would you change it? Like if you just say you looked at the hair and you thought that,
Yeah.
would you do it by what you'd think?
You'd ask your client. You'd constantly do your consultation throughout the service. So, for example, I've cut this bit. I'd now say, is that enough length off for you? Do you want some more off? Do you want the weight taken out of it? Is that okay for you? Are you happy with it? Do you think you'll be able to cope with that? You'd always do your thorough consultation first, take a little bit off
Yeah, but what
first.
if someone's like messing you again?
It really is part of your consultation and how you deal with your customer. Okay?
Yeah.
So just making sure that you're really caring for them, saying, okay then, so what can we do to change that? Can we fix it? Shall I do this instead? Shall I leave this area longer for you? That's why you carry on doing tiny bits at a time and say, is that okay for you? Okay? Same as your haircut, you should continually consultate with your client right the way through.
I think most of the time when I go and get my haircut, I don't really know what I want. Like, I go in there, I sit down and like do something for me. Like I'll say I want this style, and I expect them to sort of like come up with their own thing. That's what I say to them.
That's fine. But some people aren't like that, Josh. Some people come in and say, I want this, this and this, and I want it to look like that. And bring a picture in and expect to leave looking like that picture. Okay? So you've got to take that into account. So we can see that I've now softened that line. We're just softening that outside. Because this is a longer beard, you might not always have to cut a beard line through here. Okay? When it comes to using clippers with an attachment, you would then come in with a beard line. Okay?
You know, if you just took like the clip, like you get attachments. I've only seen like the one, but like if you get the one, that's just going to make it like this, like how it would be on the side.
It will take it the same shape as what's already there.
So what would you say? Like what grade would you say Jax is at?
I would probably say grade 4. Yeah.
Grade 4.
3 or 4.
It's 3.
3.
See that look? I like that. I like that.
Okay.
See it?
So are you happy with your technique of using scissor over comb to reduce the length in the beard today, and just to shape it round and point cut and freehand cut around here until you're happy that's a nice soft shape? Okay, I'd like you to look in your mirror, make sure it's even. Obviously we haven't got the option of putting this into one of the chairs to tilt it back, but you can twist this round and tilt the head back on there. Okay, everyone happy with that?
Do you really need to tilt the head back with these, right?
You don't have to, but it does make it easier when it comes to this part under here, especially when the hair's growing more underneath the chin here.
You know when you do that, you're like, you know you're saying bring it over to that side. You just bring it all like...
Well, remember that shape? I'll put that diagram back up. Remember the arrows which were on it? Okay? So the hair here grows out towards this side, and then it comes down slightly through here. Out through here, out through the sides.
So when I cut it, I just do it all the same.